Welcome to Awkward Thoughts, where we find big lessons from little ideas in everyday life. Today's awkward thought is all about the power of words. So many times we forget about the power we hold just in the words we use, whether spoken out of our mouths, off the tip of our tongues, or let go off our fingertips through a text or a note. The words we use convey to the world the way we feel inside our soul. We can inspire people to do great things. We can build up a team to reach their goals and make it to new heights. We can tear down walls that get between growth and civilizations. Or the words can also tear down and crumble the spirit of an entire nation. Words can make people feel like they can do anything, or they can demoralize them to feel like they're worthless. You hold the power to affect others just in the words that you say and share. So be very careful in what you do. What kind of world do you want to create? What kind of world do you want to live in? Think about that, and then think about the room that you're in. Because our world is just a series of rooms and places that make up one big collection of people. And so if you want to change the world, change the words you're putting into the room that you're in. Put positive words out there. Put positive feelings. Don't bring people down. When you leave the room, how do people feel? Let's leave a room and have people thinking, I feel better because I encountered that person. I feel built up. I feel included. And not feel like, oh, they made me feel like worthless. They made me feel like I'm not good enough. I have to compare myself to others. Let's make people feel good, right? Our words are powerful. Take that power and put it out into the world. Now, on the flip side of that coin, other people's words feel like they have power too, right? When other people throw negative words on us, it doesn't feel so good. But that power in that word is given to it by you. See, people dump words on us like lighter fluid on a building that they want to burn down. Negativity, bad emotion, bad words, mean things. They just like lighter fluid pouring on a building that's about to go in flames. But we can't forget the thing about lighter fluid. It's only a fuel. And a fuel can't have any power without a spark. And we control the spark. We actually, inside each of us, have the option to give power to that fluid and light it on fire and create the flame that's going to burn down that building. So when people pour all that negative emotion on us, remember that we have the power to stop it. And what we can do is not give it power, but instead take that power away. Think about it. When someone says something to you, your natural reaction is to take some sort of action in order to deal with it. You want to talk to others. You want to gossip. You want to justify how you feel. Make sure you're right. Maybe take revenge out on that person and say something just as hurtful back to them. But all of those actions are giving power to the words that they put on us. It's giving energy and focus to all the negativity. Instead, let's take the power from them. Take the power and relay it to somebody else. Now, I'm not saying in a way where someone tells you you're ugly, then you call your sister and say, oh, I think you're ugly. No, don't do that. That's a bad use of power. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about making ourselves into like a waste refinement plant. That sounds kind of silly, right? But think about what a waste refinement plant does. We take bad water that's sewage, it's at the end of its life, it's worth nothing, and we treat it and we turn it around and make it into something good. See, when the negativity comes into our lives, let's turn that into a trigger for us to put good into others' lives. When someone calls us and says, I think you're an ugly person, Let's make that into a reminder and a trigger to call someone else and say, I think you're beautiful. When someone says, I think you're never going to be worth anything, you bring no value to this world, that's a good reminder to call our kids and say, hey, I just want you to know that I think you can do anything you put your mind to. That's how we take the power. That's how we take control. That's how we make the world a better place. One room at a time, one relationship at a time, and one word at a time. Well, that was my awkward thought for the day. I sure hope you found something that struck a chord. If you did, please be sure to comment right down there in the comment section. That way we know what's hitting home with different people. Also, please like and share this video with your friends so we can spread the word about the awkward thoughts. And be sure, please, to subscribe to my page so you can get updates and know every time I post a new video. Thanks so much for joining us for this journey, and be sure to keep it awkward. I'm Andy Vargo. Have a great day.